Greetings. It's time to pick my shadow of the week. My shadow of the week is my version of Shop My Stash or Makeup Bag of the Week. I pick a shade or sometimes a collection, sometimes a theme, sometimes a color. I experiment with that through the whole week, and then I get on at the end of the week and do what I call a debrief. I talk about the products that I liked and what I learned and discovered over that week. This week, my shadow of the week is going to be experimenting with Ladylike holiday looks. Today I went ahead and did one more look with the Pumpkin and Poppy One Ring collection. So on my eyes I have on those olive greens as well as those coppery oranges. I have the Lock Bear on the cheeks and the lips popped with Danny. So that's today's look. But next week is going to be all about ladylike looks. It's also going to be about working through some of my products that I have, pressed powders or foundations, concealers that have ingredients that I don't want. I am still working on going natural, but I do still have quite a bit of product that has either parabens or phenoxyethanol, something in it that I don't like. What I plan to do for this week of going ladylike is stick to a very soft contouring of the eye. Use liners, either a dark brown or a black. I'm not going to do much with the cheeks. I might use that Pumpkin and Poppy Debutante, which is that light glow product. But I'm really not going to do a lot of cheek looks this week, so I'm kind of staying off my blushers, going to go with contour and then perhaps a soft glow, and then again contouring on the eyes, but no color, which will be unusual, except I do want to play around with a holiday look that uses gold and black on the eye. I saw the Ralph Lauren looks where they were just in black, white, and gold, and I thought, oh, you could do that with an eyeshadow. The white is provided by my face because it's so white. I wanted to kind of look at some of the gold shades I have. This is one called Flare. It's just a little sample from Aroma Lee. I do have this. This is more almost sheer wash of color, not even sure how well it will swatch, but it's one that I like and probably will use. It is the Body Language or Master the Look Pot of Gold. One that I do like is by Madison Street Beauty, and it is a gold pigment. I'm not going to use any of my antique golds. I'm really going to be going for a kind of bright gold. It shouldn't be too shimmery. I want kind of micro shimmers. I know exactly what I want. I wanted to show some love to my pressed powders. From Philosophy, I have two color palettes, and these are actually, I've noticed that they're green dot products for me, minus the mascara, which was not. And so one of them has these colors, sorry, big blinding mirror there, but they're just soft, usually very ladylike colors that I can use. These were picks for spring, but I really think you can use them any time of year. And then this was the second one. This is definitely a more fall winter palette. And there are those colors. They are not natural organic formulations, but as kind of formulations go, they're not bad. From Tarte, I have this palette right here. It is Walk in the Park, and it has a lot of kind of neutral. This is a green dot product again. This particular Tarte product isn't preserved with phenoxyethanol or parabens. This is an older palette. Some of their new ones are more greenwashed, but I will use this. I sometimes have trouble with Tarte eyeshadows leaving what I call stretch marks in the eye. They get kind of stuck in the wrinkles out here, and I normally don't notice those wrinkles at all, but sometimes when I use especially their darker shadows, I will see them. Their light to mid-range shadows, however, work for me. And then in this one, Girls Night Out, they have this matte dark black shadow that I thought I could use to soften up eyeliners. I also went ahead and took out this Un Beauty palette that I got in a swap with the Moshe Chic Georgina. So these came from the UK. It is from a French company. This is a natural company, and I thought I would play with these. These are rather neutral. I also have this particular palette. This is Pink Papaya Products, except for this one. This is one that I pressed myself. And so it's a combination of Bare Minerals blushes that I have just put all into one and pressed because I wasn't using them. I really like this. This is a pink papaya all over. I use this a lot to contour and shadow, but their products do have phenoxyethanol. So I will be alternating those with more natural eyeshadow formulations. Another product I have, this one has phenoxyethanol. It is a contouring palette. It is by YBF, or Your Best Friend, but it has this nice contour shade and then another lighter one and then an all over powder, so that you can kind of combine these. I like this as kind of a proper contour shading, so as I'm doing these ladylike looks, I will grab for this. But again, this is a product I just need to kind of get through and not repurchase. On the lips, I'm not really sure. I'm going to play around with pigments. I'm going to play around with lip colors, but they're going to be deep, deep red, deep burgundy, deep plum, deep corals. For that ladylike look, I'm going to really keep eyes light, cheeks light, go with the lip. I might go ahead and do kind of a pink lip, but I'm not sure. I think if I do a pink, soft, natural look, I would have to start to do some things with cheeks because I'll just start to fade out. So I'm suspecting that I'll be doing rather bright lips. For primer this week, I am going to continue to use this Philosophy product. I really love this at this time of year. It has this glow kind of primer. This is an orchid blush. I might pull out this blush this week and just use it by itself. It's not a lot of color. And this is a green dot product for me. It is not preserved with phenoxyethanol or parabens. I'm also going to use the Philosophy Cream to Satin Foundation SPF 25. This does have phenoxyethanol. It is more of a yellow-based foundation. The other foundation I pulled out to use was this cream foundation by Michelle in Ivory. Really like the formulation of this. Another one that at this time of year is very good for me. It is more of a pink undertone. This one does not have a sunscreen, however, so it really depends on what I use for a face product underneath it. I really enjoy this kind of as a finishing powder. It's one I find that I can use. I use it somewhat strategically. I avoid here, 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 and here where I have the deeper wrinkles. But it really does work pretty well. I just swirl my brush in it. Again, this has phenoxyethanol. It's a product I just need to use and get through. That was by Pink Papaya. I am also going to play around with some of my samples from the All Natural Face. These are glow products that are finishing powders. I have another coming from Fusion of Color. It's their diamond finishing powder. So when that comes, I will use it. And then I also have from Fusion of Color an all over face glow. It's a bit dark for me though, so I'll probably have to mix that with something else. To finish the whole look, I've been using the Youthful Trends Caffeinated Makeup Primer. It holds my makeup in place, and that's what one wants from a finishing product. I can build, have it in a smaller little vial, and I keep a little kind of portable brush, I guess you could say, in my purse, so I can just like spritz, and throughout the day, if I'm finding I'm getting dry, I can apply that. So it works quite well for me. Anything hydrating that has cucumbers, so that works quite well. So that's my shadow of the week for this week. It is going to be practicing for the holiday with very ladylike looks. It is Sunday morning as I tape this, so one last day for the weekend. Gorgeous weather here. We are having 70s. And it's so pretty. It's just fall, but the weather is warm and sunny, and occasionally the wind picks up. But it's really pretty optimal weather. And the big news is yesterday we had an earthquake. It was a 4.2, I think, and we felt it here. The epicenter wasn't here, but we felt it here. So things shook. It was kind of a shake, rattle, and roll party. It reminded me of being in California. I was sitting in the bed and I was doing some work. All of a sudden I went, whoa, why do I feel like I'm in California again? I remember living in California and having earthquakes, and so it was like, really? Are we having an earthquake? It's Kentucky. I think it's an earthquake. And the more it went on, the more I was like, yeah, it's an earthquake. My husband went out later and everybody was talking about the earthquake, so then I had that confirmed. I guess I should get off and get some work done to prepare for the upcoming week. I have to finish making an exam. Always fun for students, but got to be done. Thank you so much for watching. As always, leave me comments. Let me know what you're up to. Bye.